How do, Internet? How are you doing? Welcome back to part 3 of this episode of GeoSketchr. We've been exploring a map titled Easiest Map Here, turning out to be one of the hardest maps I've ever participated in. Someone is having a real good joke with this one, but we have been in and around the world, and you can see we've had a nice sunset, we've had a frame of a building in a desert. We've been aboard a ship, possibly a cruise ship with its own surface-to-air missile, possibly not. And then finally at a lovely, beautiful tropical island. And we're going to jump in now for 10 minutes for our final round. The easiest map here is turning out not to be that easy. Okay, so this is looking a little bit more familiar territory. This could even be possibly as far as possibly the UK. But it's not easy to say. And these scenes are not that exciting to paint. But in the name of geosketching, the whole point of this is to paint things that you wouldn't normally paint. So let's give ourselves a big canvas, big brush, and a big grey. So, we'll get this cloudy sky in first. I like the first colour. So can I... Just my computer messing around with me. I like this first colour, so let's select that, and then we can put that in. Right, so, can we add layer 2? Let's start with a sketch. That sounds like a good idea, doesn't it? Right, let's bring that down. And we can see we've got telegraph pole, telegraph pole, telegraph pole, slight angle that one. So we've got our telegraph pole set up. We've got a line coming into that telegraph pole, a line going down to this telegraph pole, I presume a line going down to this and off into the distance where we can't see it anymore. And then we've got this big tree. Might even, this is starting to look like it could even be a black and white image special. But who knows? This could just be an undersketch that we could paint over. Depends how much time we have when I've finished faffing around. But we're going to bring this down, we're going to bring this down. And it kind of stops about here. About the top of here, it comes in. And it looks like we do actually have a second tree in front of it. Which is okay, because we can bring in a slightly different shade of grey. Maybe even going back, no, not the lightest of greys. Going darker? No, that already was dark. Okay, so going slightly lighter. We can bring this tree to life. So this bit that's coming across is actually another tree, isn't it? That's fine. We can do that. We can bring this tree like this and down and past behind this hedgerow. And then we need to come to a slightly different grey again, so that we can get a little bit of contrast for this hedgerow. So I'm just kind of using a very limited palette here, just because that's what I'm feeling at this moment in time. We're just having a play. It could turn out good, it could turn out bad. We're not going to know for another 6.5 minutes. That made me jump. That was a train coming into the station. Whew. Believe it or not, I try to time myself around the trains, but sometimes it just doesn't happen, does it? So we've got that coming around this way, and then these are maybe just not quite long enough. But then again, we can't see the bottom of them anyway, so hedgerow coming up to here, and then going past it. Hedgerow coming along. So this is actually turning out to be quite a nice style. It's kind of a flat-ish style, I would say, that I'm kind of employing here. Really got anything in mind in terms of the final output for this? I think we're going to need a little bit of this for these trees here in the background, aren't we? So there is some trees just sort of poking up, which are then going to get lost as this bush comes in front of it. The bottom of that is going to get lost, and then this is going to continue like that, and then we can bring this colour in, go a layer down onto the background layer, just because that makes our life a little bit easier. There's the road. We're starting to get this scene in anyway, aren't we? And then we can bring in... Why is this so weird? Because I put the background on that layer. Again, one day, I don't know what's going to be easier. Can we do a magic? Exit selection. Can we get a magic? No. Found a leak in the threshold. We bring the threshold right down. We can. Excellent. And that'll allow us just to do that. Because what I want to do is I want to put in just a hint of these mountains in the background. And to do that, it's easiest to do it when you're not drawing everywhere. So we've got, looks like possibly another one in the front here. Definitely looks like two features. Just looking at it, thinking you've got kind of this swoop coming here. Maybe that'll do us. Now you can see we've got a little bit of dodge, a bit of colour dodging happening around there. So let's just come back in with this colour, and we can just smooth that out. We can just get rid of that little white edge coming in around. Just like that, and it's gone. Right, so this needs to definitely be darkened up. This needs to come across, this needs to come up higher. Got 2 minutes remaining. So this is actually sort of more kind of bush coming up, isn't it? So let's get that in. And then we can maybe smooth out the edge of this on the road for a little bit. We can clean up all around the edges after. And what we're going to need to do is we need to bring in a lighter colour. It's on the background, isn't it? You silly Billy. Right, okay, so we're onto the background. Okay, get yourself together. Think carefully about this. Oh, so we have got lots of just lines coming across. Excellent. But that's okay, because we can come back to here, bring in the eraser, and we can erase these out, can't we? Because what I'm thinking then it kind of looks like that sort of shadow that's coming across, doesn't it? It's maybe a bit exaggerated on here, but regardless, we've got a shadow form coming off. Our initial bit of road. So I'll just do that, bring it back, there we go. I don't want this bottom bit, can I get rid of that? That's 1 minute remaining. I was thinking I'm going to have a little bit longer here, and I get to a nice final point. We need to give a little hint of a little bit of sky up here. So I'm thinking of this, maybe Scotland, maybe Ireland. There's something about the house that I saw off behind me that gave me that that feeling. Can't tell you what that feeling is, but it is the feeling I felt. "30 seconds remaining." Fairly happy with that. Nice little study of this road, which I think is in Ireland. Let's go somewhere in the middle of Ireland. Go. We're further south. I went middle because it was just a bit of a guess. But that was a silly, silly map. Look at all them terrible guesses. But some delightful little sketches. Some delightful little drawings. And all in all, I'm very happy with that. But thank you, yes, you out there. Thank you for coming along and joining us for some geosketching. I'm going to do more of these. I'm going to keep making these because I enjoy making them. They're a way for me to get out of my head and get some sketching done, be productive. And you can see these sketches from this session are rather delightful. Some more so than others. Oh. We'd lost my island. Some more so than others. Quite liking this sunset that's going on. Quite liking the clouds up here. Elements that allow you just to build up ways of doing things in your head. And this last image, there's something about it. Maybe it's an image I'm going to come back to and work in. Maybe it's something that I can use as a reference to start a final piece. Who knows? Do you know? Do you want to tell me? Please tell me if you do know. But if you've enjoyed this, like, comment, subscribe, and all that wonderful thing. And I'll see you next time for some more geosketching. It's as simple as that. Bye.